I'm Lipshultz, and this is the CHC Insider. This week, CHC's pick for the White House, a unique way to send Valentines, and our new show, We Got Talent. The Insider begins now. It was Super Tuesday across America last week, and here at CHC. Dan Kellen was at the polling place and has this report.
Over 300 people turned out to vote in CHC's mock primary election, hosted by the Students' Political Science Association. I spoke with some of them. Who do you think should be our next president?
Well, that's still too close to, or too early to say for me, but I have to say I'm a Republican, so I'm still keeping my ears open.
I would probably vote for McCain or Obama. I haven't really decided yet.
Government health care or no government health care?
Full government health care. I want it all.
Any other political motivations that you guys have?
Pro same-sex marriage.
I think our next president should be Senator John McCain. Not Hillary Clinton.
Not who?
Not Hillary Clinton. No Hillary.
What's wrong with her?
No, she's bad. She's bad.
She gave love a bad name.
She gave love a real bad name.
You give love a bad name. Shot to the heart and you're to blame. You give love a bad name.
The final result was a landslide victory for the Democratic Party and its candidate Barack Obama, who received 152 votes, more than half of the total votes. A distant second was Democrat Hillary Clinton with 74 votes. CHC's choice for the Republican candidate was John McCain, who received 50 of the 75 Republican votes. Ron Paul was second, followed by Romney, and in last place was Huckabee, with a grand total of 6 votes. It seems the Baptist preacher doesn't have a prayer here at CHC. For The Insider, I'm Dan Kellen.
Unlike previous years, young voters are showing up to the polls and are looking to make a difference in the upcoming election. The Insider's Mike Reid has a special guest.
Let's focus on the youth vote and how it is affecting the election. CBS News reported that Illinois Senator Barack Obama owes much of his victories on Tuesday to the American youth. Nationwide, Obama netted 59% of voters under 30 years old, while New York Senator Hillary Clinton was only supported by 38%. Today we have with us Fran Boshell, who is the president of the Political Science Club. So, do you think the youth will actually come out this election and vote?
I think there is a definite possibility that the youth of America will come out and vote in November. However, I wouldn't count the chickens before they hatch. I don't know whether this is just a fad because Obama has a lot of the youth vote or whether this is a lasting effect.
And who are you specifically supporting, if anybody?
At this current moment, I'm looking at the issues and what the candidates stand for. I don't want to rush into voting.
And due to the results of the mock primary, do you feel CHC students will get more involved?
I definitely hope so. We had 77 students registered to vote on Tuesday, and 301 people vote at the mock election. I really hope that students can now take advantage of the power that they have in voting.
And would you happen to know any issues that the youth in general are liking to discuss or feel affect them?
I think that definitely the war is something that affects them. A lot of people have family, friends, or maybe even they're fighting over the war themselves. Definitely issues of life, issues, religion, healthcare is definitely something, as more people do not have healthcare coverage in this country. And definitely where jobs are going to be in the next 20 years. With outsourcing the way it is, we're getting these college educations, but what is it really going to provide us in the future?
Well, how truly important do you think it is that youth actually vote and get involved in their elections? And
youth getting involved in the election and getting involved with candidates would definitely send a message to Washington saying that we care. And if they see that, definitely change will spark.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. Once again, we have Fran Boshell, who is the president of the Political Science Club. And CHC, go out and vote because it does matter.
Still wondering what to do for that special someone on Valentine's Day? How about a poem written by the master himself? The Insider's Brandon Cradle explains.
We seen them outside the lunchroom, the men and women of Sigma Tau Delta, English Honor Society. They are offering a Valentine's Day special.
We have a selection of 6 sonnets or poems, and people can come up and buy them for $2 each. And what you do is you write down the name of the person you want to send it to, where you want it to go, either to their dorm room or a classroom, and what time you want it sent. And we'll go find them. If it's for class, we'll go before class so we don't interrupt the professors, and read them the sonnet, and then they get a copy of it with a bag of candies. So they get, a nice little love poem and some chocolate on Valentine's Day.
The cost of all this is $2. It has received a very hearty response.
Every year it's really funny, gets a lot of laughs out of it, and it is serious at the same time. You want to send something nice to somebody for Valentine's Day.
I think it's a good idea. I think it's funny. I like it. We're going to do it to our friends when they're in class with us.
These girls right here.
Right, them too, we're going to get with it.
They're going to get it. They're going to get it.
That tends to be the popular trend this year. Everyone's going, oh, I can send it to a friend and embarrass them before class. And we're trying to kind of go with that angle since it seems to be selling more than the whole romantic aspect. Not too many people are into that right now.
So if someone knocks on your door this Valentine's Day, don't be surprised. I'm Brandon Cradle for the CHC Insider.
Okay, CHC, we don't got grammar, but we do got talent. Beginning this week, we'll be featuring some of the school's best and brightest. Here's Mike Reid with the story.
Welcome to the first edition of CHC We Got Talent, featuring talented students, faculty, and staff from Chestnut Hill College. Today we're featuring Raul Estevez and his painting In Death. Hello Raul, how are you today?
Hello Mike.
So tell us about this title, In Death. How did you choose it?
Well, the title I didn't choose it till the end. I actually waited till I was done with the whole painting. Well, obviously the painting, it's about death and all the choices that come with death. So that's when I chose the title. I mean, it was the only thing that would really fit into the content of the painting itself.
There's many things, aspects of this painting I noticed. What research did you do, if any, to paint this?
Well, it's this painting took many different directions at certain points. When I started, I just wanted to do something big. I mean, I'm still learning. I was just practicing and trying to learn some new methods to paint. So I started doing research on Velázquez. So I wanted to do something dark, something kind of like resembling some sort of Baroque style. So I came across this painting. I knew I wanted some sort of image in the front of a human body. My grandmother, she was sick at the time, and like a month into the painting, I was still working on the underpainting, designing some parts of it. She died. I had already done these 2 triangles, but I didn't really think they would look like a tunnel. And I made it. I made it so when she died, the morning after, I painted her shadow right there. And I made it look like it was the tunnel towards the light when you die. So that's when I decided to turn this painting into something that would resemble the choices that come with death. It turned to be extremely personal. I spent sometimes even weeks that I couldn't paint in it because I was just frustrated with it. Because it was so personal that I just didn't want to paint anything. I wanted to wait for something that would mean a lot to me, and I would just put it in there.
Tell us about your life. You're obviously from Cuba. How did you come to the United States? Tell us about that story.
My brother had already come years before me, and my dad came 2 years before me, and then my mom and I were the only ones left in Cuba. So we managed to find a way to go to Mexico, paying a lot of money, and then from there we had to travel to the border, and we just crossed the border through Texas, and here I am.
Now, this is an artist, Raul Estevez. You're an artist who is up and coming. I mean, this is work I haven't seen in this school. And personally, I think this belongs in a museum. So you tell me, what are your plans for the future?
I'm trying to get a bachelor's in art history, and I want to go to graduate school for art history, and eventually I want to teach college. I'm also planning on getting my MFA, that's a Master's of Fine Arts, and I would love to teach painting and drawing sometime in the future. I just don't know when. And I'll keep painting. I'm probably not going to do it as a job. It's just a hobby. But I enjoy it, and it's a really nice way for me to, to deal with, some of the issues that I deal with, and just to get my emotions out there and just put it on canvas.
Wow. Well, thank you for coming on the show. This wonderful piece of artwork titled In Death. Look for us next week with Isagani Esteran, who has an unofficial Rubik's Cube record, 11.13. You heard right, 11.13. So be here for that next week. Thank you for tuning in.
So, The question is 11.13 what? Seconds? Minutes? Years? Way to leave us hanging, Mike. Tune in next week to find out. That's it for The Insider. Let us know if you have a talent to showcase or a story to cover.